right, there's a new feature on the social media app X that's causing some concern over the legitimacy of popular political accounts. The update, called About This Account, allows users to see where the account was created, where it's based, and if the username has been changed. Now, after the feature was rolled out this weekend, X users found many conservative and MAGA-associated accounts with tens of thousands of followers turned out to be based in other countries. So let's bring in CBS News contributor Chris Krebs. He's also the former head of the federal government cybersecurity agency, CISA. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, bud.
So, in theory, this seems like a good idea for transparency, but is it backfired?
I don't think so. I think this is actually a development, a feature rollout that X deserves a lot of credit for. It's providing transparency to users. Now, whether they actually take advantage of this feature is a different story. But nonetheless, it is shining a light on this new rage economy that exists on social media, including X, that takes advantage of current things. What's the latest event? As we've seen over the last couple of years, there has been a rightward shift of the platform. And I think what we're really seeing here is foreign-based accounts that are looking to make a little bit of money and taking advantage of the MAGA movement and the moment.
So there are two things that I was thinking about when I saw the story that you sent to me yesterday, which is that on one hand, you have the economics of it, right? That there is this monetization policy at X that allows people based in Nigeria and Moldova and Nepal or wherever the people are basing their accounts to create these accounts that appear to be adjacent to, in this case, we're talking about the conservative or MAGA movement, and they have no ideology whatsoever. They're just in it for the dollars and cents. And on the other hand, you've got a gullible public. And maybe gullible is not the right word, but you have people that are willing to sort of believe anything, even though when you look at some of these accounts, you say, these can't be real people. These can't be people that actually believe these things. How does that make you feel as somebody who is responsible for cybersecurity?
Look, it has been a long-time concern of mine of this demand for rage-inducing, kind of activating the fight-or-flight mechanism in the brain. That has been something that we've seen foreign actors, whether it's security services or just grifters, target and take advantage of for years now. So again, I think X deserves some credit to shine a light, to kind of expose some of these movements. I suspect you'll see a bunch of these accounts lose influence and not necessarily be deplatformed, but give a more informed public. And whether people are gullible, I don't know if that's the case. Again, I think people just want to see more of the stuff that resonates with what their worldview is. And we talk about this. I just dropped a masterclass on cyber warfare. But this is one of those things that information that's readily available on the internet, folks need to take a second, take 9 seconds even, and look at what's being presented to you and why. And you're going to be much better off financially, as well as, I think, mental health-wise, too.
So why do you think X did it? I mean, I know we're talking about transparency, but if it means that they will perhaps lose some people who have outsized influence on the app and thus provide, for Elon Musk, it's about, density and mass of the users. Why would you do this?
Well, over the last year or so, they have taken a number of steps to increase the transparency on the platform and reduce the prevalence of bots and scammers and grifters. So what we're seeing is there's verification of anyone that makes money on the platform. So you have to give them a credit card, you have to verify your identity. So they already had this information. It wasn't a new feature necessarily they had to technically develop the capability for. It was more, hey, we know where these accounts are based and we're going to show you. And I think there is some concern at X about how the platform may be abused. Again, not necessarily by foreign security services or intelligence, but by grifters. And so the head of product, Nikita Beer, promised this was happening. He rolled it out. And I think it's been pretty successful.
Yeah, I read a reporter for the Free Press put out an article where he said, after seeing this, he's like the only American on X, right? Because so many of these accounts are from foreign players. And we looked at some of these accounts that have already been disabled. But should we be concerned about others that pop up?
Look, I mean, I think this is going to be something that the platform deals with, that X and the team, the trust and safety team there deals with for the next several years. And in any time that you have these heightened political moments, the 26 midterms are always going to be pulling in more foreign activity, domestic activity, and then 28, the Super Bowl of elections. is going to make it, even that much more important. So I think it's going to be a bit of a cat and mouse game, as it always is in cybersecurity.
So before we go, in 20 seconds, you got a new masterclass in what do folks learn from somebody like you who knows about how to protect yourself online?
Yeah, I'm super excited. It drops today on the masterclass platform. It's cyber warfare. And cyber warfare, the front line is you. So what we do is introduce folks to here's what's going on big picture, but here are a couple tips that you can take to secure yourself, your identity, your finances. What a better time, too, with Black Friday, Cyber Monday, the holiday season ramping up. So it's a great gift for you, for your family, colleagues. Love it.
Mom, I got you sorted because I think you need this more than anybody. Chris
Awesome.
Krebs, good to see you, my friend. Always.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.